Hi there. Welcome to my weekly vlog. This is Catherine Sayo, founder and CEO of Lipedema Simplified and the Lipedema Project. Um, wow, what a ride. It's been one of those weekends. I've actually been diving deeply into work that needs to be done and then taking time to just be in the weekend. um, Sit on the deck, um, nap a little bit, hang out with the cats. I've got one of the two cats going in and out of the catio. The other one is a little more difficult. I need to do a little more training with the treats. The treats worked with Bella, but Karamia is a little less pliable. Anyway, hi you guys. Who's here? Let me know who's here. It's good to see you. I am. Hi, Jerry. Oh my God, Jerry, it's been so wonderful. I am so um appreciating the gentleness of the weather, the gentleness of summer. Hi, Mary. Hi, Jenny. um, I'm congested. You can hear it in my voice. This is not a cold. This is ongoing lymphatic stuff that I'm dealing with. I'll be doing another course. I do all of Dr. Perry Nicholson. I do his courses when I go see him once a month. But he has one that's coming up, and I think it might help. Who knows? With the congestion. Oh, that's Bella. Did you hear her? Here she comes. She's like, "Oh, are we doing our vlog? Oh, are we doing our vlog?" So I want to, as I continue to do the editing, so there's a lot of editing on the book. There's the content, there's all the images and the tables, and I've been working a lot on all the images. Um, I keep being amazed and grateful at how much we now know about lipedema when we knew so little when we started. And so I feel like um, that alone is an indicator of progress. Hi, Marilee. Hi, Nancy. Mm. Oh my God, Marilee's in the Pacific Northwest. She says it's 87 degrees now, and then it's going to warm up to even up to 89. I don't even know what it is here. I should look because it's so perfect. I mean, the weather. I could not ask for better weather. I'm looking right now. This is Sunday, 71 right now. Oh my God! I'll tell you, the deck was so beautiful. I was gonna do it from the deck, but it's hard for me to see because it's so bright out there that I don't get a good view of my computer. But I'll try again maybe next week. I'm all sort of cozied up right now. So, and I'm gonna talk a little bit. I'm not sure if you've been on one of where I've talked about the upcoming conference. It's not a conference, it's a congress. It's not even just that, it's the book launch. We are going to be using it to launch the book. Oh my God. I have to say, I love it. Okay, now I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. Ta-da. And there it is. I love everything that we do, but for some reason, there's something about this particular um, landing page. This is the information on the Congress coming up. Principles and practice of diagnosis and treatment is the title of the book. Let me show you the book. There it is. I don't know. You're going to hear me say it 100 more times before it comes out. It's due out the end of September, the beginning of October. The release date is actually October 14th. And we're hosting the Congress a couple of weeks before it actually releases. But there it is. But here's the thing that I am so amazed by our table of contents, which I've been through numerous times. It is designed for the clinical point of view. It specifically this one. This book is for clinicians, but of course, as a patient, I would consume it in an instant. It's not so clinical that it's out of the scope for a patient to be able to read it and to get what's needed from it. So, introduction. This chapter by Dr. Carmody is amazing. It's really, he goes into minute detail on how to diagnose lipedema from a clinician's point of view. The genetics, and then differential diagnosis, imaging, all of what's needed to understand how it fits in for diagnosis and conservative treatment for treatment and treatment methodologies. Complete decongestive therapies and complementary therapies, nutritional management, and the holistic approach that we have been really, I would say, evolving. Surgical options, the role of self-care, what's next, to look to the future, and then resources. And you know, the usual stuff that you're used to seeing. But be sure we did a special price for Lipedema Awareness Month because we want to make sure to reach as many people as possible. So if you haven't already, be sure to get to Save Your Space. $57 is what it would cost to buy coffee at Starbucks for not even more than a week or two. So, though I haven't bought coffee at Starbucks in a long time, that's not true. I don't buy coffee anyway. I buy tea, but I did buy tea, and it was expensive. Anyway, let me come back to you. So I'm excited about that, but I have to say, more than anything, I'm excited about finishing the book and taking time this summer. I'm also so today is Sunday, and Sunday can be a kind of interesting day. I was thinking about it while I was waiting to jump on, because I started the day, and my equivalent was a meditation. There's meditation class that I'm taking. It's not a class. It's a group of talks. There's a talk a month by a different teacher from all over the world. Most of them are basically Buddhist in nature. And the teacher this morning, I wasn't familiar with him. His name was Dr. Larry Ward, I believe. And the topic each week is on stewardship and this wonderful notion of, well, I would think it akin to what I would call a servant leadership, where whatever you are is whatever you offer, what your contribution is in service to a greater whole and is led by that greater whole. Hi, Pamela and Julie and Sue. Yes, Sue wants to know, is it possible to register? I'm going to put the link in the chat. Make sure you register because the marketing people are doing this and they're going to, we only have the 57 for a certain length of time. And I don't know what that time limit is because I'm literally not controlling it. The marketing person does. Okay. I just put it there. This is how you can register. Hi, Lisa. Okay. learn.lipedema-simplified.org/lymphedema-event. And that'll take you to the page. And on that page is the link to register. Okay, you got that. I was talking about stewardship. So I started my day with this amazing talk about being in balance with stewardship and guidance and being of service. And then I have of late tried not to watch the news very much. I've been basically addicted to the news. But then over the weekend, there are intense things going on in Los Angeles. And so I ended up getting caught up. And I watch myself. This has something to do with stewardship and what we're doing here. Trust me. Give me a second and I'll meander my way to it. Because I think, what is anything that I'm doing? How does it help the world? Because, boy, we really need help. There's just so much that's going on. And then this notion of stewardship, being able to gently lead or gently guide. I'm going to look up the actual meaning of the word. In a time that is so at odds. Stewardship. the conducting, supervising, or managing of something. The job of supervising or taking care of something, such as an organization or property. Stewardship, in its simplest form, means responsible care and management of something, particularly when entrusted to your care. It's about being a good caretaker, ensuring resources are used wisely, and that something of value is preserved. I have to say, more than anything, that's what I identify in terms of lipedema. I'm not quite sure. I certainly never expected um, oh my God, Kristen, this is so good. You and I, we need to have a longer talk. Hi, Tamara. Intense is an understatement. Amen. How does what we do help the world, our neighbor, our fellow man, those who come after us? You know, I demonstrated when I was in college about the war in Vietnam. And I don't think it made much of a difference. It certainly made a difference in my life. I mean, it was the beginning of being an activist as I mean, I'm a minor activist, not so much as others that I've known, but definitely an activist. And I think it laid the beginning of the underpinnings of what it took to identify lipedema and to invite a global community to join me, to join with me, because I've felt from the beginning that it's been a we, sort of like This Is Us. I loved that show, This Is Us. So there have come points or junctures where there are changes that happen. I don't push it, I don't pull it, I don't fight it. Well, that's not true. I do all those things and then I stop, because when I do all those things, it doesn't work. Usually, at some point, there's a letting go. And I find that when I let go, what's supposed to be arises. There's a kind of, I want to say, guidance from a universe that understands much greater than me. Though one thing I am, I sort of feel like it's kind of weird to say this, but I am an obedient servant. I have a sort of rule of thumb for myself that if I am asked, this is from all my 12-step days, if I am asked and there's any way that I can say yes, and whatever it is, in the beginning it was to qualify at meetings, to share my story, to sponsor someone. I led 12-step groups, so to do that at one point, that I say yes. And then, if there's any way possible, I just say yes. And that's what it's been like for me with lipedema. I say yes. Can you do this? Yes, I can do. How I'm going to do it, I don't necessarily know. I haven't been talking all day, um, because I've been working and sleeping and sitting on the deck and a bunch of other things, but talking hasn't been one of them, and so my voice is a mess right now. And I'm very aware that it's from all of the lymphatic dysfunction that's running rampant. Yeah, I could be a little pissy about it all, but sort of like it is what it is, and I certainly can't change it. I've done everything under my power to change it. And so I keep doing the work with Dr. Perry and let go, letting go, letting go to whatever it is that's next. Um, and that gives me an opportunity to announce what's next is for anybody who wants to join us. I'm going to be meeting with whoever shows up at 5:30 in my Zoom room. I'm gonna put. Oh, that's really profound, Kristen. Takes a village. No, a plethora of villages and patience to change distorted perspective. Yep. And that's part of what the work has been. That's what I'm saying, even like as I'm contemplating that my voice is so funky right now, is the fact that there's so much misconception, internal and external, about fat. It is possibly the last bias that has the collusion that it's okay to blame the victim. It's okay to blame the patient. Just imagine having cancer and going in and having the doctor say, "You've got cancer, it's all your fault. It's your lifestyle choices, your whatever." For those of us with lipedema who have encountered different physician responses to it, it's like it's all your fault. You're fat. You eat too much. You eat, you know, you must eat cookies in the middle of the night. Who the hell knows? You know, and you and I and many of us have said, well, no, we don't do that. Occasionally, maybe. And there was a time in my life when I could definitely own a binge disorder, but that was 45 years ago. Marcia, I just want to say, because I have an answer, do you think our government will ever make insurance companies cover lipedema surgeries? The thing is that some surgeries are now covered. Lipedema surgeries can be covered by insurance. Make sure you connect with someone named Michelle Jacqua. And if you need more on her, let me know and I can at least give you her email. All right, let me put it here. She works with insurance and she's really good. She's helped numerous people get insurance coverage for lymphedema reduction surgery. Okay, I'm just looking for her email. If I can find it, it'll save. Okay, let's see. She spoke at our last conference, and she's done a number of consultations with different people. Okay, wait, here it is. Okay, good. Here, I'm putting it here. So you can reach her here. Her name is Michelle Jacqua. That's her email, MAB Jacqua. So Michelle, Jaqua. So she's done wonderful work with women and getting coverage. So we're definitely on a roll and on a pathway. Okay, you guys, I'm going to switch over, and if you want to join me, I'm just realizing you don't have it. But if you want to join me live, it's not easy because I don't have. I'm going to put the Zoom link here now. That's my personal Zoom room. Yep, the group is starting in 3 minutes. Thanks, Kristen. All right, everyone. Much love. Have a fabulous rest of your day. And if you're interested, we meet for 1/2 hour. It's like a town hall where we talk about our community and what we want to see in our community. And you're more than welcome to join us. Much love.